The following home video has been created from Jim McClain's 8-Step Swing series on the Golf Channel Academy and is based on McClain's book, The 8-Step Swing.
Jim McClain has long been studying the swings of the greats, looking at each swing from every angle, from Sam Snead and Ben Hogan to Tom Kite, Brad Faxon, and many others. But it's not just his work with the pros that has separated McClain from the rest. It's his dedication to the amateur player. McClain works with golfers of all levels and shares his theories with millions as an advisor on the Golf Channel Academy, a teaching editor with Golf Magazine, and through his many books and home videos. A true student of golf, McClain has analyzed every key component of the swing and has come up with 8 key checkpoint positions. Now watch as Jim McClain teaches you these keys and helps you build a solid, fundamentally sound golf swing in the 8-step swing.
You don't need to master exact positions in golf. Nobody has a perfect swing. Trying to be perfect generally leads to an overanalysis and a loss of freedom. Letting go, having freedom in your swing, is a huge key to golf success. Placing the club through certain positions can, however, produce tremendous results. These 8 steps are the key checkpoint positions I use in my everyday teaching. If you can use these 8 steps to check your swing against, you'll be on your way to building a golf swing you can count on for years to come. Hi, I'm Jim McClain, and welcome to the 8-Step Golf Swing video. Right from the beginning, I need to say that this is a very detailed look at the golf swing. It's not for the beginner or for the non-serious player, but rather it's for someone that's really trying to improve their golf game and really wants to understand what's happening in the golf swing. What I'm going to do is break the golf swing down into 8 positions. And by that I mean 8 steps or stages as you go through the golf swing. And by doing this, we'll be able to check out these different positions and see if you're doing well throughout the golf swing. Now, for example, as the club goes back here to what we call step 2, I'll look to see if it's within a range. I'm not trying to get you to swing into an exact position here where the club is lining up exactly with your hands. That's sort of a model position. But what we have is a corridor of success. So here at step 2, we don't have to be absolutely perfect. In other words, the club head lining up exactly with my hands or the club pointed right down the target line. Rather, there's an area here that we can swing the golf club in, and that's fine. We call those the corridors of success, or the parameters to which you need to swing the golf club. Now let me say there's a warning, and that is each step does contain very complete instructions. So it's easy to get over-detailed. Do not overdo it. Be careful that you're just working on simple concepts, because I am going to go through many things that can go wrong within each step. Now, coaches in all sports break down the action of their sport into manageable pieces, and that's what I've tried to do in golf. I don't try to teach all 8 positions to one person in a lesson. I never do that. But I do look at these 8 positions so that I can see where the first problem occurs in the swing. I don't want to be correcting a result. Rather, I want to be correcting a cause, and that usually happens early on in the golf swing. Also, instead of thinking of 8 different spots, sometimes we break it down to the basic positions, which we would say would be step 2, which is halfway back, 4, top of the swing, 6, impact, and 8, finish. So those would be 4 positions that you could look at in the golf swing so that you wouldn't have to think of 8 different places to go to, but maybe just 4. And sometimes we may just do 2. Now, in each lesson that I give, I always look at the 2 basic components to the golf swing. And that would be the golf club. What is the club doing in the golf swing? And when I look at the club, I'm basically looking at the shaft and the club face. And second, the body. And we'd put the club down and look at what is the body doing in the golf swing. I'd look at your balance, your setup position, which I call the universal fundamental setup. Watch how you wind, get back to impact, look at your body angles throughout these positions, and how you go to the finish, and look at the balance throughout the golf swing. I'm also going to talk about what you must not do, and I call those death moves. A death move is an action or a position that is so far from ideal that it will cause you to hit poor shots forever. With a violation of swing fundamentals this dramatic, I recommend an immediate change. So if we look at step 2 again, which gives you some room for individual preferences, if you get the club way behind you with the club face way open, you're in a position that you just cannot recover from. So I'm going to suggest that you immediately change it and get on to some good fundamentals to where you can play some good golf. Now, when most people think of practice, I believe they think of a driving range, blisters on their hands, big stack of golf balls, hitting a lot of golf balls, and maybe, for all that work, some measure of success. Now, I don't minimize hard work, far from it, but I do believe that it's very important that you work on the right things. And I see many people go to the range with not a clear idea of what they're trying to do. They don't have a game plan. So hopefully this tape will provide you with clear fundamentals and a clear idea of what you should be working on when you go to the range so that you can use your valuable practice time better. Remember, we're only going to focus on certain steps as you go through the 8-step swing. Don't try to do everything at once. One idea would be to go through the entire tape and then come back to the steps you feel are important, or maybe go back to step 6, which is impact, the most important position in golf, or the moment of truth. And when you understand where you're trying to go to and the conditions of good impact, that oftentimes helps you with your entire golf swing and your whole concept of how to swing the golf ball. So now, let's go on to step 1 and 2.